So welcome to Yin Yang Yoga, and we're going to work on the legs today, kind of getting the blood flow back into the body, starting to relieve the pressure on the legs. So I'm going to recommend you have a chair handy, a strap handy, and a cushion handy or a bolster. And we're going to start with our legs up on the chair. So legs up on the chair, you come beside the chair, and you simply, onto your back, bring the legs up. Make sure your head feels comfortable. I've got a little bit of support under the head. No strain in the neck. So the idea here is to allow the lymphatic system to work backwards. So normally the legs are underneath us, gathering a lot of fluid. Now we're allowing the legs to be elevated and to drain back into the lymphatic system of the body, using gravity with the legs elevated. Make sure you have a strap handy. Bring the hands out beside the hips, 45 degrees, palms up. And you'll notice my knees are approximately 90 degrees at the bend. Which is about the recommended bend. The feet are perpendicular to the seat of the chair. As the low back settles in here, start to turn the head to the right. And then to the left. Bring the head back to neutral and grab your strap. Slide that right leg back and put the strap around the foot. And simply holding that right foot heel to heaven, toes curled back. Supporting the elevation of that right leg. Feeling the stretch in the hamstring. And while the foot is up there, let's floss the bottom of the foot. Can you pull on one side of the strap, then the other, creating a massage of the bottom of the foot? That's it. And then once again, finding the static stretch, toes curled back, heel to heaven. Maybe pulling back a little more on the strap, just to notice how that feels in the low back and the back of the leg. Transfer both ends of the strap into your right hand. So your left hand is free to rest on the floor beside you. And then pull that right leg out to the right towards the floor, creating a big stretch through the adductor. Lift it back up to center. And then back out to the floor. Keep going, nice and slowly, just feeling that movement of opening the hip and closing the hip, keeping the right leg straight. And the next time that right leg comes out to the right, pause and hold. And you can play around here. You can bring the foot up a little higher to get more stretch, a little lower to take the intensity out. It may or may not be on the floor. Now bring that leg back up. Take the strap off so the leg's still in the air with the strap off. And then as you lower the right leg, lower it to the right of the chair so it comes down onto the floor. If you can feel the leg of the chair against your thigh, scoot your hips to the right a bit so that you're at an angle to the chair until you can lay that right leg out on the ground. Both hands out to the side. Palms face up. Right leg straight on the floor. Left leg on the seat of the chair. Exhale, turn the head to the left. Inhale the head to neutral. Exhale the head to the right. Excuse me. Bring the head to neutral and bring the right knee up into the ribs and hug the right knee towards the ribs. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. So you have a figure 4 here. And start to play with that right leg. Push the right thigh away from you. Maybe grab the toes with the left hand and rub the toes. Massage the foot with your left hand as you keep pushing the right thigh away from you. Now, grabbing the right knee and the right foot, start to drag it back towards your ribs and slide your left foot back so the knee is effectively pushing the foot from behind, and you're grabbing your right knee and your right foot with your hands to hold it into a figure four crunch or variation of pigeon pose on the back. Just releasing the tension in the thigh and the low back. And then slowly bringing that right leg back to the chair. Straighten the hips once again and rest like you were at the beginning of class. Noticing how that right leg feels. And then grab the strap. We're going to strap up the left foot this time. Right leg remains on the chair. I'm going to start by flossing the foot. Heel to heaven. Toes curled back. Position the strap where the arch meets the ball of the foot. Heel to heaven, and pull the leg back just enough so you feel some discomfort in the back of the leg, some stretch sensation, but not pain. Giving that left leg time to have its fluids pour back into the body. And keep curling the toes back. You might even feel a release in the low back here. Transfer both ends of the strap into the left hand. Bring the right arm out to the side, palm down. And slowly take that left leg out to the left towards the floor. And bring it back to center. Keeping the left leg straight. Bring it out and back as many times as you like. Nice slow speed so you get those adductor muscles starting to open up. The next time that left leg comes out, hold it out. And then bringing that left leg back up, releasing the strap. Lower the left leg down to the floor. And if the left thigh bumps up against the leg of the chair, scoot the hips to the left this time so that there's no obstruction. Left leg extended on the floor, hands out 90 degrees, palm up, right leg rests on the chair. And you can turn the head left. And then turn the head right. Inhale ahead to neutral. And then bend the left knee and hug the left knee into the ribs. Squeeze it in. Now release the left ankle over the right knee, figure four, and start to push the left thigh away from you while the right hand squeezes the foot, massages the foot, wriggles the toes, Just bring some attention to that foot. Massaging out any swelling in the foot, any fluid retention, back into the ankle, up the thigh, and down, away from the legs. Draw the figure four back towards you, creating a pigeon-like stretch here through the thigh, low back, right knee pushing against the ankle. Hands cradling the figure four. Then bringing the legs back onto the chair, straightening the hips, hands out 45 degrees. And then working the legs in a different way here. It's good to have a stable chair. If the chair is too high for you, you can always bring the legs up onto a couch. To stabilize the chair, you want to have it on a nice non-slip surface or pushed up against the wall. We're going to bring both feet back to the edge of the chair, and I'm holding the legs of the front of the chair, but push down with the feet so the hips come up off the ground, pushing the weight of the body down into the chest, into the high back, into the back of the neck. Now I'm going to remove the cushion from under my head so I can stay up here nice and high in an elevated bridge pose. Now you can come up and down as many times as you want here. But you still got the legs elevated. If you like, you can lift one leg off the chair. You can rotate the foot. You can change feet. And then if your bolster is handy, grab it and bring it underneath the hips. So this time as you come down, your hips are off the floor, elevated by the cushion, legs back on the chair. Bring both feet back again towards the edge of the chair. Squeeze the knees into the ribs. And carefully lift the feet into the air. So this time both feet are in the air. Hips are elevated. You can grab the thighs for support if you like, and point and flex the feet. Curl the toes back and then windshield wiper the feet to the left and the right. And then take your hands between the thighs and start to push the thighs outwards away from each other. So you come into the splits here. Use your hands to support the thighs so you don't overdo it. Or you might use the hands to push a little deeper into the stretch if that feels right. Bend the knees while you're in the splits. So you come into a sleeping bug on its back position. Bring the knees together. Hug the knees. And push the feet to the sky once again. Rotate both feet. Rotate the other way. Pause, relax the hands for a moment. Let the feet stay in the air. Once again, bring the thighs between the hands between the thighs and push the thighs apart. Point and flex the feet. Bend the knees, let the shins dangle as you hold the dead bug pose. And then bring the knees back together. Stand the feet on the chair. And cross the right foot over the left knee, figure 4. You might need a strap here. So bring the right hand through the figure 4 and grip hold of the left hand around your shin and pull the shin back. If your hands don't reach the shin, put the strap around the shin and hold the strap. Make sure the head stays relaxed on the floor. So another variation of pigeon on the back. It should feel a little different from before because the hips are elevated. Change the grip. Grab the back of the hamstring as you straighten the left foot to the sky, keeping your figure four. And curl those toes back towards the shin. Make sure the head is resting on something. It could be a block. It could be a cushion. No strain in the neck here. Dangle that left shin, release the right foot, and rest both legs on the chair. This time bringing the left knee back, hug the left knee into the ribs. Extend the left leg to the sky, toes curl back, point, flex the foot. Rotate. And then pulling that left knee back, cross the left ankle over the right knee, pushing the left thigh away from you. Let's reach the right hand over the head here. And then bending the right knee, pushing the left ankle back towards you, hold that left leg, come into this variation of pigeon. The right foot stays on the chair, of course. And then insert the left hand through the figure four, grab hold of the shin. Now as you do that, the head may lift up temporarily, but you want to get to a point where the head comes back to the ground. So you're pulling against the shin. Remember, you can use a strap against the shin, hold the strap rather than interlaced fingers. Squeezing in. My right foot still brushing against the lip of the chair. Change the grip, grab the back of the hamstring. Once again, you can clasp hands or strap in, heel to heaven, right leg straight, point and flex that foot. Bend the right knee, drop the foot, and release both legs back onto the chair. Bend both knees, bring the feet to the edge of the chair, push down, lift the hips up, remove the bolster, and then slowly come back down. Snuggle your hips nice and close to the chair. Bring the hips to the ground, both legs elevated. Scoot the hips to the left and drop just the left leg out. So left leg is on the ground, right knee still on the chair, hands out 90 degrees. Let's give that left leg time to settle, that left hip flexor time to open. We'll be here for a little while. Turn the head left. And then right. Bring the head to neutral. Let the breath flow freely here. Clasp the hands behind your head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift the head off the ground so you're holding the hands behind the skull. Wrap the forearms around the skull and squeeze the skull. Keep the chin tucked to the chest. And start to pull the back of the skull up, lengthening out the back of the neck. Gently lower the head back to the floor. Release the head. Bring both legs back up onto the chair. Straighten the hips. And then drop the right leg out onto the floor. So scooting the hips a little to the right, arms out 90 degrees. Exhale, turn the head left. Inhale the head to neutral. Exhale the head left, right, the opposite side. Bring the head back to neutral. And then bring both legs back up onto the chair. Clasp the hands under the head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift the head and wrap the forearms around the skull, releasing the neck. Gently lower the head back down, resting the legs on the chair. Now decide if you want to stay in this position for longer, continuing to drain the legs. If you're ready to transition to a seated position, bring the feet back and roll to one side. And gently come to a seated position beside your chair. Legs can be crossed or straight. You might sit on a bolster or a block. Give the legs a little rub here. The thighs. Just notice how they feel at the end of class. Namaste. Thank you.